It's an amazing, like, it's just, I have to do it. Like, I always talk about Santander. There's never a day, every single morning, I say, thank you, Lord, for another day. I say hi to my mom up in heaven, and I say, what's up, Santander? How's your day going? And I talk to him every single day that I roll into work. He's always going to have a part of me no matter what, or I'm going to have a part of him no matter what. And that's what I love about teaching. Like, it gets his story across too, because like you probably know, a lot of fallen officers, their stories get forgotten. And I don't want that for him. I want to carry on his story for as long as I can, no matter how far. But just with all the books, it's just saying love with all your heart. And I usually do. But one day or one night when I was reading, I just randomly thought about it. And it's like, part of my heart is hard. It's concrete. It's the hate. It's that stuff that we can never, the hate that we hold towards that person, that thing. And I really thought about it. And I love my family. I love my friends. I love my job. And I honestly thought about it, like, is it worthy for my heart to be part cement? Is that person worth having that piece of your heart so hard?
You're listening to the ATO Bridging the Divide podcast, brought to you by the Assist the Officer Foundation.
Since 1999, the ATO has given assistance to the first responder community. And now we want to give them a platform to hear their incredible stories.
We also want to hear the stories of the many people that support us.
Our community is small, but it is strong.
We have differences. We don't always agree, and we all make mistakes.
But together we can grow, we can heal.
And we can learn from those mistakes.
And together we can bridge the divide.
Out of the night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but not unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Invictus. April 24, 2018. A call was dispatched to the Home Depot on Forest Central Drive. It seemed just like a call for shoplifting. But anyone that has put on the badge knows there is no such thing as a simple and routine call. That day, a Dallas police officer answered the last call and did not make it home, and his partner found herself struggling to survive, and her life will be forever changed. We are pleased to welcome back to the show to continue her story, the incredible Crystal Almeida. Crystal Almeida, thanks for being here again with us.
Of course, no problem. Thank you for inviting me back.
Yep. I want to welcome on co-host Kent Wolverton. He's here.
Thank you for inviting me back also.
Yep. We're still on the performance plan. We haven't had too many guests that have come back on. I think Chris White's the only other guest we've had.
Chris Webb.
And Chris Webb. Chris Webb, yes, have come back on.
Matt
for
Baines.
Yeah, Matt's
Maybe we've done this a few times.
Yeah, Matt's kind of like the Bridging the Divide shelter dog. He just kind of keep feeding him, and he keeps coming around, you know. But we try to go different directions with people's stories. And when you come on back in 2022, I'm going to get into my role in that. And there's a lot that's happened since then.
Right.
And that's why we want to kind of revisit where you're at now and the journey you're still on.
Yeah, definitely.
You ready to get into it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to say, we were talking offline, I'm a little nervous interviewing you because I was not part of the first interview.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't in the room. And there's a lot of little backstories behind every episode we do before prepping and the editing and then the aftermath of all the messages that we get from people. You know, there's just so much that goes on that nobody gets to hear about.
Right.
Well, on your particular episode, I knew it was going to be heavy, and I knew that you did not know me, and we had only met in passing. I wanted you to be completely comfortable with who was in the room. So I knew you knew Misty and Angela, obviously, and Sammy.
Yeah.
So that's we went with. I kind of set up the mics. I did a bunch of sound checks, and then I stepped out of the room and waited for 2 hours.
Nervously pacing.
I was out there smoking. I went through a whole pack. But after it was over, I remember y'all packed up and left, and then I uploaded it and then listened to it on the way home, and I was in tears.
Oh.
It was very sad. You just recently told me that just recently, after those years that came out, you finally listened to episode 32.
I did.
First, what'd you think of it, and why did it take so long?
Well, kind of like you, the first 20 seconds when I started listening to it and I hear myself talk, I was like, why is this making me cry already? Like, it was like, I was just surprised. But the reason I wanted to listen to it again is because FBI, apparently they do like an officer safety kind of thing for small towns that really don't have many experiences as we do. So they go around the whole U.S. just asking for officer stories, and some way, somehow they found mine. And they asked me, would you mind if we do an interview with you for this officer safety stuff? And I was like, yeah, sure, definitely. I actually do it here for Dallas. Every academy class that goes through, I usually try to go and just give them my story. So I guess I've said it so many times at the academy. I just wanted to be like, am I saying it the right way? Like how I said it to Joe and just to everyone else, because, you know, every once in a while there could be twists here and there and stuff like that. So I just wanted to really like just clarify that, okay, this is how it all went. So that's how I did it.
What did you think of it?
It was amazing. No wonder so many people listen to it. And I just appreciate all the feedback that you told me you've gotten from it. I'm still in amazement that everyone actually listened to it. And yeah, I'm just really glad everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was, you know, and, you know, the listener heard the edited version. You know, the unedited version is there's a lot more pauses and breaks of, you know, you could tell people were teary-eyed, and it was, it was rough. It was a rough listen, and I remember Danny edited it. And then one thing about this, I don't even know if you know this. So we released that episode on the exact date and the exact up to the minute of when the incident happened. I released it at the exact time the incident occurred.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that.
On the date. Yeah. And I really wanted, not many people know that, but that was kind of important to me to do that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we made that happen, and Danny kind of had to fast track it because it was in April, and we were trying to get that out when we wanted it to come out. So you listen to yourself then. I want to see where you're at now as far as in your recovery journey, growth. Well,
a lot's happened, let me tell you. Hopefully we have enough time to say everything.
All the time you want.
Well, luckily, yeah, I feel like from when I recorded it to now, I'm not a completely different person. Like, I'm same inside, but I'm just more confident in what I do. Like, even talking on the mic, I feel a little bit more confident just because of my new assignment with the drone unit, and I have to be a teacher, basically. I teach everybody how to fly the drones, how we do everything here. And then just also people reaching out from everywhere wanting to interview me about my story. I think it's just really helped a lot from then to now. But where do I begin? So After the interview, I actually you asked me if I wanted to go to Righteous Oaks Retreat with Chris and Rainey Webb. And at first I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know anybody that's going. And luckily when we got to the airport, Misty was there. So I was like, oh, finally, I know somebody that I can actually talk to with. And we knew nothing of this retreat. It was brand new.
It was the first one.
Yeah, it was the first one. So we knew absolutely no idea what we were doing. And yeah, I was with Misty and I was like asking her like, hey, do you know anybody here? She's like, I have no idea who's here. And I was like, okay, cool.
And Misty was kind of pissed.
Yeah.
At what Chris, yeah.
Because Chris didn't tell her anything and he didn't tell us. So she was really pissed off. So yeah, we were just going in there and we get off the plane. We're in California. We're on our way. And Chris is like, okay, everyone's here. Great. We're all going to step into a van. And me and Misty look at each other like, who the heck is going to be going with us in this fucking van?
Put hoods on you.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
yeah,
So me and
cartel.
Misty sit all the way in the back and we just see like all these new people and they're really talkative with each other. And me and Misty are just like, who the hell are these people? And they're like, oh, we're with Mesquite PD. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, it's finally nice to meet you guys. So yeah, we go, we have an amazing time. And actually during that retreat, I've learned so much. That's when I met Dr. Tanya Glenn, who's an amazing psychiatrist, by the way. She specializes in EMDR.
Yes.
And I have never heard of it, like, ever. So I'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
So
please do. We talk about that quite often, and everybody that's on the mic right now, including yourself, we've all done EMDR and benefited from it.
yeah, definitely. So back in 2018, like you guys knew, Wellness Unit wasn't around. I had nobody to guide me whatsoever. So I kind of had to go on my own. Like I had to figure things out a little bit. So when I would go to therapist, and you know, we usually have to go to therapist after a traumatic event or whatever. And after I tell them my whole story, they'd be like, wow, that's really traumatic. Like, no shit, Sherlock. Like,
Yeah. They're in tears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in tears. And it's like, aren't you supposed to be helping me with what I'm telling you guys? And they really kind of didn't. They would just tell me, well, go this way, go that way. And luckily with Dr. Glenn, she's worked with military and first responders for the longest time.
Since the 90s.
Yeah, which was amazing. And so when we went to the retreat, we had our little intro, like, tell us your story, tell us everyone. And so I did. And as soon as I was done with my story, Dr. Glenn was like, I am seeing you for the EMDR after we're done with this. And I was like, yeah, I'm totally down because no one's ever offered it. And just the way it is. So basically what they do, in a nutshell, is they have a light. The doctor has the light on her finger and she moves it just side by side. And the best way I describe it in the academy is basically think of like, you know, the old school reels, like when they have the horse galloping, it's like you can see step by step by step. That's the way that it was for me when she was like, okay, take me from the start. Where were you at? And I would tell her, okay, we're here, we're doing this, doing that. And she's okay, stop. What are you feeling? What do you think's going on? And for the longest time, I had survivor's guilt. I always had that in the back of my head. And it was like, I could have done this, I could have done that. And luckily, when Dr. Glenn was at the end of everything, I was like, holy crap. Like, all that weight was legit lifted off of my freaking shoulders. And I was like, I did nothing wrong. Like, I did everything that I could possibly do that freaking day. Even though I dreaded it, I thought about it. It's still, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It's still in the back of my head till this day. But I honestly just think about it and I'm like, I tried everything. I did everything that I could possibly do. Don't be mad at yourself.
Do you find that after doing the EMDR that you don't dwell on it as much as you did previously?
Yeah.
Like it's still there, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're never going to forget about it,
No.
but it's no longer in the forefront of your mind constantly.
Yeah, basically. That's what it is. It's in the back of my mind. And I still go, like I said, I still go teach it at the Basic Academy. So yeah, it's still there. Like whenever I do have to go and teach those classes, it drains me.
No,
it really does. But
that's got to be tough to pull that back out and relive it every time. Because even just as we're talking right now, physically,
Yeah.
you can see that it's still there, right?
Yeah.
And it should be, right? You shouldn't be over this.
No.
I don't know ever, but the fact that you willingly do that and
Yeah.
you go out to help other people like that, that's commendable.
Yeah.
Is that therapy for you too, to do that for others?
Yes, a little bit, but it's also just like a learning lesson because it's like the simplest lesson you can learn. A lot of people don't teach it. So like just searching people's pockets, flipping them inside out, like whoever taught that in the basic academy. And whenever, I sound like an old head right now, but like whenever we had our officer safety, we never had people really tell us, like survivors that told us their stories. It was just, I mean, granted they were in the incident, if even then they came out, but it was just the teachers teaching us.
How many survivors did we actually have, though? That's
the
a huge
thing.
question, right? So now
Yeah.
you're in a position where you've done the extreme,
Yeah.
right? And you're going back and still teaching it to people, and there's tremendous value in that.
Yeah, and I appreciate it.
No, it is true. Everybody knows that I'm big into the history and even our traumatic history for the Dallas Police Department. And like Kent said, that there are a few people that have gone through something like that actually are still allowed to tell about their experiences, and it is commendable to go out and relive that and talk about it to a room full of people that you do not know. And when you went out and told that to the Righteous Oak people, I would imagine the other people in the room were probably.
I don't want to follow that
Nobody
one.
wanted to go after you.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah. But no, I loved Righteous Oaks Retreat, so thank you to Chris and Rainey Webb for inviting all of us to go. If anyone ever needs to go, I'd highly recommend going to Righteous Oaks. It was an amazing place, beautiful, outdoorsy. Got to meet different people, and Dr. Glenn really legit helped me out. She's a great psychiatrist. I still visit her every once in a while.
Good.
So yeah, she did an amazing job, and honestly, that was just the most relief I've ever felt, especially because no one really talks about survivor's guilt. So it's just that amazing feeling. Like I always just emphasize how amazing it felt because I just dwelled on it for the longest time.
About the survivor's guilt, what did you dwell on most?
Just that I could have patted him down. I could have done more research. I could have handcuffed him as soon as I saw him. I could have. It's always that I could have. But at the end of the day, what's done is done. There's nothing we can do about it. And that's what really didn't hit me until I finally went through all that therapy session. Because everyone, I mean, you probably know, Joe, everyone said that you did everything you could. You did everything you possibly could. Don't hold that shame. And it's like, I can't.
Right.
Like, it's me. Like, it's not you. Even Angela, she was like, you did everything you could, Crystal. And I was like, no, I could have done this. I could have done that. I should have. And I just didn't. But with that therapy, it just, like I said, I've never felt that feeling ever before in my life. Just that weight completely off my shoulders was amazing.
It unlocked a different perspective that you didn't have.
Right.
That's amazing. Now, and we talk about EMDR so much on this show, and I don't care. People are tired of hearing about it. That we're gonna continue talking about it because of this.
Yeah, definitely. And when I was telling the story to the FBI about the officer safety, they also said the same thing. A lot of officers are referencing the EMDR therapy, and I told them, yeah, it's just never really, people don't talk about it that much anymore. It's just like regular therapy, but honestly, to me, regular therapy is not
I'm with
good.
you. Yeah. Can you explain what actually was happening during the EMDR while she was talking to you? What was going on in your brain, and what were you seeing?
So basically, like how I told you, so like it was just going slowly, pace by pace by pace of like the whole scenario. So we were walking to the back of the Home Depot. I was keeping my eyes on the suspect the whole time, and it was just bit by bit by bit by bit. And yeah, and at the end, like at the very end, when she finished up the therapy, I was like, holy crap, like there's nothing I could have done. And that's really hard for people to say that have been through something like that, because they always have that guilt, like I could have, but it's like I can not gladly, but I can just finally say, like, I've done everything that I possibly could. There's no way around it. It's hard to say it, but it's okay. Like, it's okay to have all that happen. You tried everything you could. There was no way around it.
So we've talked to a lot of people about it, and the resonating theme behind it is that it's super crystal clear when you start.
Yeah.
But as you keep going with it, it starts to fade a little bit to where it's not as vivid. Mm-hmm. The memory's still there, but it's not as in your face.
Yeah.
And I equate it to being pixelated almost. Like I still remember the scene, but it's like I'm looking through a piece of glass, and then it starts to get a little foggy.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, probably not that. It just kind of really helped me on I still remember everything to the bits and pieces, surprisingly. Yeah. But yeah, it was just having that I did everything I could, which was really helpful to me.
What Dr. Glenn did with you is, it sounds like it made you come at some peace with it, with what happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you had no peace before that.
Oh, no. Not at all.
But still, the EMDR, it's just...
Yeah, it's amazing. It does amazing things.
Well, and she had it done by the... I mean, Tanya Glenn was doing... Her first EMDR session was after the Oklahoma City bombing back in the mid-'90s.
Yep.
I mean, she is a...
Yeah.
And that's back when it was looked at as kind of bullshit.
Right.
You know, now it's the go-to in traumatic and critical incidents for first responders and military. You kind of talked about the PTSD, and we're talking about it now. Are you still as intentional with your recovery? And I'm sure you have good days and bad days.
Oh, yeah. There's still, every once in a while, good days, bad days. If I see people with their hands in the pockets, it still kind of bugs me. It irks me a little bit. But, I mean, I've kind of learned a little bit how to adapt to it for the most part, but still, like, those tiny little things that always get me, like hands in the pockets. If it's a specific, like, if it's specific people that have it, I'm like, no, not really, especially with working. But luckily, I'm surrounded with all my guys, so I know I'm protected for the most part.
You went through a lot physically.
Yeah.
How is that today?
Pretty much about the same. Okay. Nothing's coming back in the left eye, obviously. Hearing aids, I've learned that they're great now. Before, I never wanted to use them. But the doctor, actually, when we were helping one of the Texas Rangers a while back, he actually wore hearing aids. And he was like, you need to be, because he saw me and he kind of recognized me. He's like, you need to be wearing hearing aids. And I was like, why? Why would I do that? Like, they're so weird. He's
they're
like,
for old people.
Yeah, that's what I said. And he was like, yeah, I have one too. But if you don't use it, you're pretty much going to become, like, you're not going to, what's that? I forgot what that is. Dementia? Is it dementia? No.
Yeah.
Is it dementia? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get dementia a lot faster than everybody else.
Really?
Yeah, because hearing loss is, like, kind of like the start of it a little bit. And if you see it at, like, I usually do see it whenever I go get my hearing aids checked, starting things of dementia, hearing loss. And it's like, well, great. Yeah, I need to start wearing mine.
Got a head start on that one, didn't we?
Wow, I have not heard that. I
need
to pay attention to that.
I think so.
Couldn't hear it, huh?
Did not hear that. Have you had any setbacks in your physical recovery?
Just the vertigo. That one's still a big issue. Yeah, vertigo. I can't get up as fast as I usually want to. Sometimes I have my good days. Sometimes I have my bad days. But yeah, just the little crystals in your ears really mess you up, especially when you get ricocheted. Well, a bullet ricochets off your ear. It causes a lot of damage. I never knew that either. But yeah, just vertigo is a big deal. Balance, another thing. When I try lifting weights, I really have to figure out where I'm going, the balance of it. Running on the treadmill, I usually surprisingly veer to the left a lot. I can't keep a straight line. So just the tiny things, I just try to adapt to it. Usually just run outside.
You have to be like real hyper-focused, though, with every movement that you do just to kind of accommodate and work around it, work around the vertigo.
Pretty much, yeah, for the most part.
But it's probably you've adapted.
Yeah,
obviously, you're in great shape.
I hope so.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, so no, it's great. you know, Kent and I were talking. We were talking. There's so many levels of inspiration with you, and you just continue working around physically and mentally what you went through.
Yeah,
it's quite impressive. Please don't ever discount that.
How easy would it have been to just kind of give up?
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's not me.
Oh, and I love that about you.
It's more than impressive.
Appreciate it.
One thing that you did, we talked about it a little bit, is the adaptive training.
Yeah,
they helped you immensely initially.
Yeah, they did. Both physically and mentally. Surprisingly, the mental part was a big thing that like I said before, didn't have anybody tell me different when I came out of the hospital or anything like that. No one led the way, but luckily with adaptive training, they really focused on the mental side of stuff, which really doesn't get spoken of, like we talked about for the EMDR. No one's ever heard of it. But adaptive training, they actually take in like a lot of breath work to do, which you really don't hear that often either. Breathing routines or like breathing exercises can really help you like calm down or get you like hyped up for the workout before you go and hit it, stuff like that. So they've really helped out a lot. Do
you think that maybe there's not as much exposure to that because you kind of have to go through it to fully understand it?
A little bit. Yeah, it's a tough program to be a part of, and those 9 weeks, like they just have you going.
But it's full of people who have had similar circumstances that have lived through something like that, and so
yeah,
there's an obvious bond that you guys would have, and so you can share your experiences. But
yeah,
Joe and I wouldn't really be able to understand that experience or be able to talk to you through it. So I think that's an important message also.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all ever want to go on Fridays, they have tours, so we can go and check it out, and maybe can get you all a workout in. If I talk to David, I'm pretty sure they'd be down to do that, right?
We have to do it one day. She's asked me before, and just with schedules, it's hard, but just to experience it. I think, that is a great organization.
Yeah.
And, you're living proof of what they do in their mission to help people. I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
So last time we talked to you, you were in the gang unit.
I was.
Doing intel work for the gang. So now you have a new role in the department.
I do.
You're in the drone unit. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So I started the drone unit, I think my first day was like in July of 23. So I actually have 2 years, surprisingly, with the drone unit. I am a drone pilot, which is awesome to say because, with all the stuff that I've been going through, I can actually do something. And the thing that I love about drone unit is that, gosh, I'm going to feel like I'm teaching right now. The main message for drone unit is to reduce or eliminate unplanned use of force. And that's what we send the drones in for. So technically, I can go in, but not me personally. The machine can. So at least I can help. I feel like I can help out a lot tremendously with sending the drone and letting fugitive or narcotics or whoever's running the op, like, hey, there's someone in there. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know if they have a gun. We're following them. Or if he's aggressive, hey, this guy's inside. He's really aggressive. Do what you guys got to do, type of thing. But I love it. It's a love-hate relationship, I have to say. I love it just because I can help out everybody, but it's like a hate because I have no time anymore. I don't hardly get home. I'm just so busy. There's only 3 pilots in our unit. That's all we got. And we help fugitive, narcotics, sometimes SWAT, HSI, all the 3 letters that come to Dallas, the Marshals Task Force. We just help everyone and protests, all that stuff. And there's only 3 of us.
State Fair.
Yeah. That too.
Real busy right now.
Yeah, especially with like the special events like the Texas OU game. We're probably going to head out there.
A little bit. You might be there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in there a minute.
Yeah.
How hard was it for you to obtain that license to pilot this drone?
So it wasn't that hard. Luckily, it's just all like, it's a test, basically. It's a 65 question test. You just take it at the airport, wherever they do, just put the tests out. And I pretty much studied on my own. I took my own time to study for it while I was in gang unit. I invested all that time. Luckily, Ross Stinson, he's retired already. He was the one that kind of told me about it because you never really heard about the drone unit before then, I'd never heard about it. And the last time I told you, like, I just want to be able to go out there and fight crime again. And this was technically a way to do it because, like I said, just send the drone. And we're surrounded by all the guys with all the rifles, with all the training, so I can be out there doing what I love and still feel safe for the most part.
You know, you mentioned Stinson. So I was working in illegal whenever when he came to me and asked my advice about the drone unit, and it was still very in its infant state. I mean, it's still evolving and growing,
Right.
and it's only going to get bigger. He asked me what did I think about the drone unit and if he should take that job, and I told him, I said, listen, the drones are the wave of the future in policing for safety and tactical in the tactical world. I said, you absolutely should jump on that if you have that opportunity because it's only going to grow.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, obviously, you can see a lot of other departments, they have DFR drones as first responders that you can run up in Fusion and send those drones out there to look at the crime scene within minutes or wherever that call location is within minutes instead of driving all the way over there and stuff like that. You just have that drone stuff just ready to go. And yeah, like you said, it's the future. Technology's taking over for the most part.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And we just interviewed one of the CFOs of Axon,
Yep.
and he told us all about probably 90% of what he said was he's so intelligent was over my head, and I just felt dumb. But it is incredible what they're working on, what they've already got out, and what they have on the horizon. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and that's the thing with this drone unit. Like, we pretty much branch out to the different technologies. Like, we've worked with Axon. We've run some of the prototypes with them that they have going on. They ask for our advice. How should the drones go? How would you handle this? How would you handle that? So it's really like a branching out kind of
Collaborating.
kind of stuff that we do. And I love it. Like, I'm the most talkative out of the whole group, believe it or not.
But you've had to work on that.
I did.
You mentioned before about it's helped you grow. You go out and talk. You talk about your incident. You're talking to the rookies, but you have a mission because you want to mentally prepare them. And when you're going out teaching these drone pilots, and it's to make them better and to teach them to do a unique skill set and work technology.
Yeah.
But the more you do it, you get better at it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've even gotten I'm a TCOL certified instructor now, so I had to do all that. That's a tough class if anyone does it. I had to go do that, and then I'm teaching these 40-hour basic courses we have here at Dallas for our drone pilots to do. I organize all of that, get all their paperwork set up, and we've even had people from, I think Shreveport came in because they've never had a drone program, so we introduced them to ours. We've had DART, we've had the Dallas Marshals come because they're barely starting up their program. So a lot of people that are starting up their programs are coming here to see how we run ours. So it's pretty amazing.
Well, yeah, we're kind of the big dogs, and that's you got to take the sense of pride in that too, being a part of that unit and them coming to you to kind of like for you to be the standard. It's got to be impressive.
Thank you.
It's really cool though. It's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
How has the unit expanded just since you've been part of it? As far as how many more drones you got, how many more pilots you got?
So right now, I think we have around 178 pilots for the most part. And then we also have about 200 and some drones throughout the whole department.
Can you explain, though, you have that many pilots, but they're not all assigned to the drone unit?
Oh, no. So pretty much majority of them are in patrol.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And talk about that skill, having that at each division level, and how important that is and how useful that could be.
I mean, it's super useful. So we assign each patrol station, we use DJI. So these are not made for law enforcement. They're just usually made for recreational drone uses. So we have 6 Mini 2s, 3 Mavic 3Ts, and 1 Mavic 30 at each substation. The ones that we use for interior work, that's the one that we specialize in the most for the departments is interior flying. A lot of other departments really don't fly interior. They just do exterior flights.
Why is that?
I don't know. But whenever we do go to like Irving or anywhere else around here that have it, we ask like, how's y'all's interior flight? They're like, oh, we don't do that. And I'm like, well, we usually don't ask why, but I guess they just...
It seems like there'd be more of a skill set in operating a drone inside of a structure than it would be outside. Pretty wide open, right? You just have to worry about how high you go and maybe some power lines occasionally. Yeah. But inside you've got...
Oh, yeah. You got little tables, chairs,
everything.
Curtains. Yeah. You have shower curtains. You have anything and everything. Yeah, I don't know why a lot of departments really don't use interior, at least from what we hear of. But yeah, they mostly use them for exterior, I guess because they're so small. They don't have the manpower possibly to do it. I'm not sure. But yeah, each substation, they have the 6 interior drones, the small ones, and then the other ones are exterior. The interiors, they're about yay big, like a little box size.
Size of a shoebox.
Kind of, a little bit. And yeah, we just use mostly that one to clear the interior looking for people. We've actually got a lot of requests to search attics. So that's a big one. Instead of sticking your head up there, we usually just send the drone up there, which is really helpful.
Smaller area with equal number of hazards.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, but we've run a few of them that we can do that with. It's honestly like playing video games. Do you play video games?
Not anymore. Not anymore. I'm old and uncoordinated.
Well, if you can play video games, congratulations, you're almost a drone pilot. That's what we always tell like the recruiting class, where we ask them, all right, who's played video games? And we're like, congrats, you're almost drone pilots. You just gotta
you're taking the first step.
Yeah, basically.
So each of these drones, you named off several different drones with different capabilities and usefulness. Mm-hmm. So whenever the division level drone pilot, a call comes out and they request a drone. Mm-hmm. Now, do they have access to all of those drones, or they carry them all, or how does that work when they get a request at the division level?
So it's pretty much like checking out like a shotgun or checking out anything. You go up to the desk, you ask, hey, the drone pilot, we give each division their list of drone pilots they have in that station. And then they just ask them, hey, can I check out the Mini 2 and the exterior drones? And sure enough, they give them those 2, and then they go and take priority 3s and 4s. If anything big pops up, like an active shooter or something, that's when they go to that. The drone pilot goes to that call, for the most part. But for other stuff, yeah, they just pretty much take 3s and 4s.
So priority 3s and 4s are usually your report calls that aren't as necessary to have a police response right away. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we just have them kind of laying back in case we need some actual help with like the stuff, active shooter, anything like that going
makes
on.
Sense.
Yeah, and it's fascinating. You're the first episode we've had. That's why I wanted to get into this because because people are to listen. You're going to have you're going to have a lot of police. You're going to have a small town firefighters listen, and you're going to have a lot of other agencies that do not have a drone program, and they're probably going to be jealous of what we got after hearing this. But
yeah. But yeah, no, drones are an amazing thing that we have. They're very useful. I know SWAT has theirs. Everyone, different units wise, wants their own drones. They're the new thing.
Wellness wants one. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You can have it for all your trips and stuff and get-togethers. Technically,
I take a bunch of cool videos for the. I'd be using it for the podcast more than the actual unit.
We know what you'd use it for.
Yeah.
Peeping in my window.
Yeah. Would you trim the bushes back? So I'm getting
pesky second floors.
Yeah. So you just touched on SWAT's drone. Is their drone different from your drone? The drones y'all use? So
I know they have a contract with a American-made drone called Brinks. We've seen them before. We use them. They're not the best. No offense.
No offense.
But yeah, we prefer DJI. They're just a lot cheaper and a lot more useful. I mean, they have 4K cameras compared to some of the American-made drones that still look like 1980s, like it's a green screen and you see like white pigments for stuff. I'm not kidding you. That's how some of them really are.
It's like playing Pong.
Basically, yeah. Okay. And we've told them like, hey, the drone looks good. It's a great size, but you guys got to really
it's a handsome looking drone.
Yeah, but you got to amp up the 4K-ness, the digital pictures for what we can see, because sometimes we fly these suckers at night and like the thermal capabilities that we have to use for like a missing person in wintertime. You can easily adjust the temperature on that to find like maybe footsteps or a heat signature of some sort with all that stuff. So it's really useful. It's just, yeah, we're just lagging a little bit in
That's a ton of technology in those things. Wow.
It is.
And it's only getting, I mean,
more and more.
Yeah, it's only getting more and more. So like with that being said, though, you're constantly having to learn new tech and right in the unit. And the unit is y'all just got a new supervisor, right?
Yeah, we just got him, Sergeant Todd. Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, I've known him.
learning.
I've known him since he was a rookie at Southeast. There's a lot to learn though, and there's a lot. You'll never figure it all out because the tech just keeps advancing. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah, but we try our best. We're pretty much like the geek squad of the drones for the whole department. If whenever anyone has issues
with the geek squad,
probably we're on the works of it. But everyone always calls us whenever they have like technical stuff they have questions for, or if they can fly here, if they can fly there. There's just a lot of rules and a lot of gray areas that we have to follow and stuff like that. So we're not as free as the helicopter as Air One per se. There's just a lot of rules.
Well, speaking of that, so there are some areas of the city that the drone actually cannot go up because of the FAA, right? That they just will not activate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's pretty much like a grid where you can fly. It's on an app that we use all the time. We teach it. You can pretty much check wherever we can fly. There's restricted zones whenever the Texas OU game starts. We can't fly an hour before, an hour after. Just kind of that stuff. And then we have like the president living up north that we can't fly. If we do, we have to call the CIA and get all that stuff. It's just a lot of like twists and turns and people and permissions we have to really ask for, unlike Air One. But we're the next best thing. So
True.
And we don't cost that much on gas. So
no, you do not. No. So I'm going to shift gears here on you.
Yeah.
You recently joined the ATO board.
I did.
Can you talk about why you wanted to take the next step to be part of the foundation? Because you've always volunteered.
Yeah, and I love it. I mean, it's the least I can do, especially for what ATO's done for me. I mean, they've helped me when I was out of the hospital. Mr. Lujan, Ed, came to talk to me a few times, and plus he's from El Paso, so I can't say no to...
Sweet guy.
Yeah, to Ed whenever he comes and talks to me or asks me to volunteer or something. But no, I just love it. Like, I just love the environment. I actually started volunteering a little bit for the Christmas widows and children thing.
Can you tell the listener about that? We've never talked about that on the air, the ornament exchange.
Yeah, so the widows and children thing, we pretty much go to all the fallen officers' wives, widows, and we go... I think last year we delivered ornaments. It's just like different gifts every year. We did ornaments one year, and I think we did like a little coffee cup or a Yeti cup the other year. And we go to retirement homes for ladies that lost their husbands a while back. And we just talk to them for like a good maybe like 5-10 minutes just to say thank you for what your husband did or any of that stuff. And then whenever we go take care of the kids, we go to Walmart or anywhere like that, and we give them just a bunch of gifts that we can find. They usually get like a Christmas list, or we get a Christmas list of what they want. We're like, okay, we can get that. I don't know about a PS4, but we can get like the other stuff.
We can get this drone.
Right, pretty much. And yeah, we just deliver those gifts to the kids, and we just try to talk to them and tell them a thank you.
I'm sure you sense a great deal of gratitude in that too.
Yeah, I do. It's nice. It's nice to give back and just to hear their stories. A lot of the ladies, they always talk about, oh, my husband loved what he did. He was always ready to go whenever the calls came out, or she would talk about a call that he would always talk about, or what he did. And sometimes they show like pictures or their badges. And it's always like a really awesome thing, because I love history. It's really an awesome thing to see.
Both World War II history nerds.
Oh, yes, we are. Yeah, we are. Definitely. But yeah, it's just really nice to just hear them talk and just to sit there, because you never know. They probably don't even get that much attention the whole year. And it's the least we can do for them is sit and talk with them for 10 minutes and be like, okay, we'll see you next year.
That's very sweet.
Yeah. And they always appreciate that. And luckily I was with Justin and Heidi my first year. So it went really well. They pretty much took me everywhere and they kind of taught me the ropes on how it all works and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed it. It was fun.
No, I do want to highlight, though, and say thank you. Even before you got on the ATO board, you would always volunteer for our events and come out. And, and you know, especially Bags for Badges. Hey,
Bags for Badges is really fun place. If y'all ever need a good time, just go to that. Ladies especially.
The guys,
guys, you're always welcome. It is so much fun to see all the excitement and all the dancing going on out there. It's a blast for sure. I definitely recommend everyone goes.
It's hard not to smile pretty much the whole time, just the people watching alone.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a good time.
Yeah, Sammy's always at those. Yeah, she has a good time.
Yeah, she does.
Got a little crazy this last year.
Oh man, it got real crazy. Did you get there on the dance party in the halftime?
No, but I saw it. It was pretty. Yeah, the dance party halftime was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think that we might need to make it that a staple because that was a big hit.
I would bet we could do a fundraiser just off that part of, hey, we won't release this video.
Yeah, we won't release the video. We do have some good videos. Some we posted, some we didn't.
Yeah, it was fun though.
It's a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
August 8th next year, folks. As I mentioned Sammy, I want to talk about your amazing partner in crime. I mean, she has been there with you
from the start. Yeah, she's amazing. Sam, she's the rock in our relationship, and I just love her so much for everything that she's done. Even the mental part, like she was the only person that I could really talk to about all of this stuff. I cried with her. We laughed. And she would tell me like all the stuff that I didn't remember. Like I would ask her questions like, hey, did you go to Santander's funeral? And she was like, yeah, we went. I was like, well, how was it? And she would just tell me just all the emotions, and she would just tell me everything I wanted to know. I know sometimes I probably ask too much, and she sometimes she reminds me, she's like, you asked me that like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, damn it, okay, sorry, I just have a really bad memory. But I just wanted to kind of go back and remember everything that I could. But even now, like just random times, I ask her, how was I in the hospital? And she'd be like, oh, you were like this and that. But she's my rock. I don't think I'd be where I'm at for the most part without her at all.
You're a beautiful couple. It's really nice seeing. I love seeing y'all together and seeing you at events, and you know we've gone to dinner, and it's really refreshing to see y'all together, and she is so sweet. I wish you'd have came today. I was hoping she would, but she's dealing with.
Yeah, she is, but no, she's a sweetheart. She always has. She always will be.
Crystal, you've been through a lot, done a lot. You're still on a journey. I want to talk about goals.
Okay.
Kind of professional and personal. Let's start with some work goals that you want to keep working towards on this journey. So,
work goals, I'll probably be with the drone unit for a little bit longer. After that, I don't know where I want to go. That's the thing with drones, like how you said, it's technology. It's the newest thing. Luckily, with my 107, I mean, I'm not going to leave, but if I ever decided to do it, there's so many other jobs that I can do with that license. And it's just amazing. And that's why, honestly, one of the other reasons why I got it is just in case this doesn't work out, I always have like a little fallback that I can go to. And especially with the work experience and the flight times that I get here, hopefully it plays a big role in all of that.
If you decide to do any drone stuff away from the department, like individually for realtors or anybody that does that stuff, or if DJI really wants a fantastic instructor, you know, there's one that's probably got more miles on them than most. Yeah, definitely. And that's a personal and a work goal, in all honesty. Maybe working here in the wellness unit, just because with everything I've done. Maybe work at the basic academy teaching. I call them kids, even though some of them are probably my age or older, but I always call them kids. I feel.
Call them grandkids.
So maybe going to basic academy. Those are legit probably the places I've probably wanted to go, or personnel, even at that, just working somewhere.
What about personal goals?
I think I've hit quite a bit of personal goals for the time being. Getting over that survivor's guilt. Just still keeping up with my workouts, not lagging it, staying in shape, and just talking. Like, I don't mind talking about all this stuff. So I just feel like it's really helpful to do that. I've told you before, I've had people reach out to me, like to some authors want to write books about my whole incident. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I hate that all of that stuff happened to me, and some people might, I hope they don't say I'm gloating, because I'm really not. I mean, what happened, and a lot of people don't really like talking about it. I'm just one of the few that have the courage and the strength to do it. And like I said before, like, it's just a learning lesson. Like, I rather tell my part and my story to everyone else that has no idea what the heck's going on. At least be that little, like, helping hand, pretty much. I always love helping people, so just being that helping hand, like, hey, I got you, get back up, let's go. Let's take it on.
Well, you'll have a lot of people that think that you want to be part of a book because of you, right? And it's not, right?
No.
Anybody that knows you is going to understand that that's not what the deal is.
Heck no.
But if you have the opportunity to help other people on a scale like that, because trust me, every police department, every major police department will be making that mandatory reading if something comes out of it. And they should. If you're not, you're wrong. That leads into my next question, though.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to continue to honor Santander's legacy?
It's an amazing, like, it's just, I have to do it. Like, I always talk about Santander. There's never a day, every single morning I say, thank you, Lord, for another day. I say hi to my mom up in heaven, and I say, what's up, Santander? How's your day going? And I talk to him every single day that I roll into work. And no matter where I go, whenever I teach the classes or anything, he's always going to have a part of me no matter what, or I'm going to have a part of him no matter what. And that's what I love about teaching. Like, it gets his story across too, because like you probably know, a lot of fallen officers, their stories get forgotten, and I don't want that for him. I want to carry on his story for as long as I can, no matter how far. I mean, it's not the best call to have with it, but I mean, it's an everyday police officer's job. And yeah, I just want to continue carrying his legacy through everything.
I think it's really important to keep memories alive. And you know, one thing this show prides itself on is I want it to be more than just a portrait hanging on a wall that recruits walk by 1,000 times in their 9 months at the academy, you know, or, you know, every police memorial, they do the salute, you know, and just they read out the name. Survivors like you, they were right there, you know, with him. You had a front row seat to everything. And I'm not going to say it's a responsibility, but it in some ways it is. Yeah,
no, I agree with you for sure. I always think about him. Not a day goes by that I don't think about him or his family.
All right, the last time we spoke, you know, you said God's not done with you. Mm-hmm. You're not done with your assignment yet, kiddo.
No.
Tell the listener what you believe your assignment is.
I think the new assignment is just to be a helping hand. And I love that. Like I told you before, like I always love helping people. And there's not a lot of police officers, there's not a lot of women, there's not a lot of survivors. So the least I can do is try to be a helping hand as much as I can. And I love to. Like we've been talking about this whole time. I just love doing it. Does it take energy out of me? Heck yeah, it does. But I'll do it for anyone, anywhere. I'll help as much as I can. Even after the classes, I always talk to the recruits afterwards. If they have any questions, I stick around for a while just to answer any questions they have or listen to what they have to say or anything like that. But I think the new assignment is just being a helping hand.
So you mentioned something about forgiveness. And I believe that's something that I know I know that I need to work on for different things of past, present. I really think that's something that a lot of people don't like to talk about, especially in this profession.
Definitely, yeah, I agree.
Can you tell the listener how you approach forgiveness?
Obviously, everyone's been told, you gotta forgive. And I was like, heck no. How the fuck am I gonna forgive somebody that shot me and that took my partner? And when I was with peer support and when I was with that Righteous Oak retreat, I got a book by Bob Goff. And it's a really good book. I hardly ever read books. I'm more of an audio listener kind of person. But just with all the books, it's just saying love with all your heart. And I usually do. But one day or one night when I was reading, I just randomly thought about it. And it's like, part of my heart is hard. It's concrete. It's the hate. It's that stuff that we can never, the hate that we hold towards that person, that thing. And I really thought about it. And I love my family. I love my friends. I love my job. And I honestly thought about it. Like, is it worthy for my heart to be part cement? Is that person worth having that piece of your heart so hard? And I thought, no, they're not. They probably don't even think about me at all. That event, it happened. And like how I've been done with it, what's done is done. We can't go back. So I just thought about it, like, they're not worthy of holding that grudge against them. I need to love. My heart needs to pump. And with that concrete piece, your heart, it's getting a slow beat. It's not getting its full beat. So I was sitting on my bed and I was like, you know what? I forgive Juarez for what he did. And when I said that, I was like, holy shit. I had just that like little cry session. Like, I can't believe I just fucking said that. But when you really think about it, it's not worth it. They're not worthy of it. He's in the cell. What's done is done. There's nothing I can do. And I remember whenever I do that little thing that I do at the academy, I usually show my victim testimony. And I say on there, like, I'm a person of God, and it says to forgive. But I remember hearing myself say, I'm not going to forgive for a long, long while. And it's crazy because that was back in 2021 and I'm barely forgiving now. But I just thought of it that way. And I told my wife, Sam, like, just randomly the next day. And I was like, you know what? I actually forgive Juarez for what he fucking did. And I forgive the loss prevention guy for what he did. What he said, from what I've heard. I forgive them because they're not worthy. My heart needs to be full of love, not hate.
Yeah, the forgiveness isn't for them. It's for you.
Yeah, just think about it. Are they worthy of you holding that grudge about thinking about them every single day? No. You need to love your family. You need to love most importantly, you need to love yourself. And that's what I've really taken upon. Because, I mean, I looked different. When I got out of the hospital, I looked completely different. Even now, I still think, gosh, I look so different. But you gotta love yourself. And I do. I love myself for me. And yeah, I just love my family. I love Sam. I love everybody. It's not worthy to have my heart being full concrete. I need love.
Hey brother, hey sister, I'll never give up on you. Hey Mrs., hey mister, I'll see this all the way through. No matter how far the sun and the moon, I'll never give up on you. Down when you're lonely, I'll pull you up. Life leaves you heavy when the going gets tough. I'll be your shoulder, together we'll run up from the bottom, yeah, we'll rise above. Hey brother, hey sister, I'll never give up on you. Hey Mrs., hey mister, I'll see this all the way through. No matter how far the sun and the moon, I'll up on you. Hey Mrs., hey mister, I'll see this all the way through. No matter how far, for the gold and the blue, I will never give up on you.